It is 10:02. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. If everyone will stand, I'm going to ask Mr. Joseph Davis to present the word of prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you now, Lord. Lord, we just ask you to be in our presence. Lord, we ask you for the peace, the love, and the joy, and the mercy of God to be before us. Lord, we ask you to be here and to help each and every one of us feel safe where we are. And Lord, we ask you to bless each and every one of us here and help us all to be reverent and help us to be concerned about what's going on, but not belligerent. Lord, I ask you to help us to speak peacefully, lovingly, and kindly. In Jesus' holy name, we thank you, Lord. I ask you to bless each and every one of us here as we go on our way. In Jesus' holy name, amen.
Amen.
Face the flag.
I pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you don't mind, turn your phones down or mute them, whatever works best for you.
Have a sign-in sheet right back there on that table. And I'm going to not disturb. Well, our secretary is in there taking care of trying to get the minutes and everything done. So I can kind of go over some of the things. Up front, not tolerate any outbursts like we had the last meeting. Any interruptions like that, we'll stop the meeting, we'll call it, and just go home. After the board has said everything we want to say, we'll open the floor then for comments or questions from everyone out there. And there will be a 3-minute limit. I want to see, Ms. Gerda, you got anything that you want to present?
Not at this moment.
No, I'm just whatever you want to read through. We are waiting on the financials at the moment. Miss Kelley's been ill. She's been in and out quite a little bit. And somehow we misplaced the bank statement. So we had to go into town yesterday and get them to print us out another one. So we are working on trying to get that printed out for y'all right now. I do know it's been a real crazy month for us. The weather's been inclement quite a little bit. We've got a few things done, not a whole lot. So the tractor's not been on the road a lot. But we do have some good news about the tractor, and I'd like for Gene to share that with you.
Okay. Mr. Kelley and I, we went to the First State Bank yesterday. We were able to get it transferred out of his name over into the POA's name. And it actually got our payment reduced by almost $100.
Save it anywhere you can.
And then the other final drive on the excavator went out. So I went and picked up a replacement, and that was also reduced by about $300. So instead of $1,650, we paid $1,350, and we've got to get that installed. One thing we discussed at our Thursday night meeting, which we actually called it a week early because my days are getting kind of mixed up anyway. We're looking at getting a replacement mower for the POA. Ours is having a lot of problems, a lot of things going wrong with it. So the engine's still good, the rest of it's starting to fall apart. So we're looking at getting a replacement for that. Mr. Kelley and I, we did go and pick up a metal door that we had donated. It needs to be sanded and painted, and the glass in it looks like it was shot with a BB gun or something, or a pellet gun. It needs to be replaced. Mr. Ship is going to be the one to install it, and he recommended that we get a no-rot door frame, which I've got to go to Lowe's and find out what they've got. So. Then As you can see, looking, we're short some people. We've had 2 board members that have resigned.
Who were those?
One of them was Meredith.
She's got a lot of family issues and stuff going on and things, and she just doesn't feel that she can give the time to the board that's required.
And the other one was Jimmy.
Oh.
And for reasons that if he wants to go into it, he can go into it, but he said he'll still be available to help on the roads and stuff like that, but he's just kind of fed up with the things that's
Okay, so
being said.
there's gonna be a special election to fill those 2 positions?
Actually, the board can appoint someone
Okay,
to fill their slots. After the meeting, anyone that is interested, or if you know anybody that is interested, they need to give us their name and the information so we can do a background check. Luckily, we don't do drug tests for them, so. But,
so between, the March and the April meeting, you guys will
hopefully,
gather names, take into consideration, get background checks, and
Hope-
appoint by the next meeting?
hopefully. If,
Well, that's 30 days,
if
so
we,
surely would,
if we get qualified people, that's,
Okay.
you know, that's the
And it all
thing.
depends on who decides to come in.
Finding people to sit on this board is tough enough. But with all the keyboard warriors out there that hide behind their computer and post horrible things anonymously, people already have tough enough lives as it is. They don't want to come up here and be part of the board when they're going to be berated on Facebook by cowards. And that's my personal opinion. That's not the board speaking. That's my personal opinion. I understand there's reasons for anonymous posting, but when you sit back there and say and speak unfounded rumors and say horrible things about people, yet you don't bother volunteering your time or helping the community in any way, you're a coward. And I'll tell anybody that to their face. So,
And I think she's got her minutes together. Were you able to get the financial? Okay. We will. I did.
You get them from.
Oh, I'm sorry.
is that the financial report?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Just pass it on to
Yeah. Hey guys, I did the best I could. Kelly's not here, so I did February, and if I did anything wrong, we'll amend it and give you the right ones the next time.
Right.
I'm not used to that computer program. I'm not computer savvy in any way.
Is that?
Just,
You'll pass them.
yeah. Give one passion back,
There you go.
like school.
Yeah, right on over. I just printed out 15, so if there's not enough.
I can forego mine if I have to. I'm going to ask Ms. Laura to go over the financial.
Since we didn't go over January's last time, I'll go over January 2. In January, the deposits were $2,471.18. The building rental, $7,048.29. Bank interest was $221. The account balance before expenses in January was $9,521.68. And as you can see, the expenses, the water bill, electric bill, all that. And then the total operating costs were $1,293.98. The ending balance for January was $8,227.70. And that's the total balance in the checking account as of January. February, the previous balance was $8,227.70. The interest paid was, the interest the bank paid us $253. The account before the expenses was $8,230.23. The expenses, the water bill, the tractor, all that stuff, the expenses are there. The total operating cost was $1,204.72. The ending balance was $7,344.65 for February. What now?
I think you're off by one line.
Maybe I am.
The previous balance was, 82.27.
Yeah.
But then you said building rental was 7,000. That's not.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Deposits were 7,000.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, that was from
I
January.
did, yeah, January.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just transposed my.
Okay, I just didn't want,
Thank you, Diane, I
people
appreciate
thinking
it.
we make $7,000 on
Well,
building rental.
I appreciate that, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm not the treasurer, so I'm trying to do this.
It does appear to have printed just a
Yeah,
little bit
it's
off.
Yes, it printed off, and I know I put it in the right spot, but oh well.
What's going on with the tractor?
I'm lost.
I mean, what?
The tractor was, we purchased it brand new, and we're making payments on it.
You what?
They purchased it brand new a couple years ago, and we're making payments on it.
When that start this lately, recently?
No, it's been over 2 years.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand what he said.
The tractor, why we're spending so much on the tractor? We bought a brand new one, we're making payments.
Right, we're making payments on it. That was a $40,000 tractor, Elmer.
I don't, anyway, it never showed up on the paper this one.
Yes, sir, it's been on there.
It should be there.
It's
It's
been on
been
there.
there for over 2 years. Didn't you buy it when you were in office, sir?
Yep.
So it's been since Joseph was in office.
Just misremembering.
Yeah, it shows down here, Elmer, tractor 40660.
Yep.
And it's been in,
Maintenance or something.
oh, no, that's the payment on the tractor. Yeah, that's why we're so happy with this, because the POA didn't have enough credit to buy it, so I bought it for them. They've been making the payments. We've gotten it down to around 17,000, and we called Mr. Puckett over at First State Bank, explained to him what we were trying to do. We went in and met with him yesterday. We handed him all the required documents he asked for. They ran some numbers. They not only transferred it into the POA's name and got it out of mine, but they lowered our monthly payment by almost $100. So we thought it was a good move on our part.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the confusion, Elmer.
I mean, we just never have anything posted over like this, so.
Yeah, it's always.
It has been on there a few different times, just in a different location. Okay.
Any more questions on the financials?
I have one question on the financials. It shows legal fees that there wasn't any. Do we have the attorney now to settle the dispute over who owns the Lake Donny Beach, or has that not been done yet?
We do, but it wouldn't be on this one, it'll be on next month's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll be next month's report.
And so we're working on that one.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start on some of the others that we know looks shady.
Right. I mean, it obviously is. It's now been 1 year for March. I don't remember what date, but 1 year in March was when the title was given, or the deed was given in his name.
Well, we're still working on it.
Thank you for working on that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we do have an attorney.
We do have an attorney.
Can we have his name, please?
I don't have it with me. I thought we
I
had the
don't know.
paperwork for that.
I don't know.
He's out of Woodville. I had spoken to him before on a separate personal matter, and he's a very level-headed guy. He does a lot of work for the city of Woodville,
I think he is the city attorney, as a matter of fact,
city attorney.
if I recall what he said, and I'm looking to see if I
I
have
don't
his
think I
card on
got
my
one of his
billfold.
cards.
And the fact that he's willing to help us, I really appreciate.
Yeah, we went through a lot of attorneys talking to him, and they're just not interested.
Right.
And I don't have his card in here. do I?
Who is that real estate guy, by the way, that is doing all this crooked deal in the neighborhood?
Well, I'm not gonna say he's doing crooked deals. I'm just saying that he's moving forward in a way that does not benefit the community. And we think that he maybe has done something that shouldn't have been done. And the only way we know for sure is to get an attorney.
I know, but for him to be doing that, he gotta be a real shiesty real estate broker. And all that.
Well, you can, but we can't.
I know. I'm just saying, he's a real shiesty real estate broker. If he's doing it here, who is he doing it to somewhere else?
The only thing I can tell you is that through very hard work by board members, we've gotten some damning information on this gentleman, but we can't share it until we can actually prove it to be true. So, but we are actively looking at what's going on because it does hurt the community badly, the actions he's taken.
One of these people in here with us wants to go down and go fishing and the law gets called in, what do we do?
Well, at this point, we don't know what to tell you there. We can say we feel it's still ours because we do. Yeah. We feel that he's done something illegal. That's how we feel. Yeah. We can't prove it. So if you want to go down there and go fishing or swimming and he runs you off, if he calls the police and they tell you to leave, I would say leave. I mean, don't fight with this guy. Don't give him any ammunition at all because we are going to court with this.
Hey Tony, we can still go 20 feet in from the bank.
Yeah, so that's what our documents say.
So you can fish all the way around that thing.
And again, the documents bear that out, but I don't want to endanger anyone's life and say, go ahead and ignore him because that would get you in trouble.
Is there any other place around the lake that we can make another beach if we have to, so we won't have to put up with that headache?
Okay, well, hold on just a minute. On your question, while our documents say there's a 20-foot easement, the state law says that if a person buys property on a lake, their property goes down to the water. So we've got to find out if the state overrules that, our bylaws. If it does, then we don't have that 20-foot easement.
And that's one of the reasons we're having so much trouble getting a good POA lawyer because there's so many ifs, ands, or buts. There seems to be no hard anything, and nobody wants to tackle that. So.
Because the deed said one thing and the state says another.
Yeah.
Our bylaw says one thing, state says another. So I don't know if what the state says applies to private lakes like we have here in the subdivision, or if it refers to all bodies of water like that.
You might want to refer to TCEQ, and they can probably give you that information. Because they're over all the lakes in the whole state of Texas. They have full authority over every lake in the state of Texas, whether it be private or commercial or whatever, they are the authority.
Who is it?
TCEQ.
It's the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. We can get you the number if you need it. I've got a number to a lady that actually came out and looked at a damaged area in one of our dams. They'll talk to you, They don't like coming out here, but they will if they have to.
But back to what I was asking, is there any place that we could try to get that goes up to that lake and we can make our own little private?
We've attempted to buy other lots that were let go of by previous boards. We had several areas that were parks on lakes, and the boards didn't want to pay the taxes, and they sold them off. Didn't have the authority, but they sold them off.
Yeah.
There are areas around that particular lake that he's talking about where you can go down close to the water's edge
Sure.
and fish. You do not have to be on the beach area.
Right.
That was really designated for everybody's use to go have parties and kids and everybody go play in the water and all that. It's been that way for 28 years that I've been here, and it was that way a long time before that.
Right.
It's just something else has come up with this particular person.
Sure.
But there is legal precedence if you have consistently, because we have never had anyone own the beach other than the community. And the community has consistently used it for all of this time. The people that have been here for 28 years or more can contest it. in court to say this is what it's always been used for. There is legal precedence. I have seen this play out multiple times where someone purchased property that had been used by the community for an extended period for a certain use, and the courts ruled in favor of the community.
Well, we know we're in for a fight. If this gentleman did what we think he did, then he wanted that property bad enough that he will fight with us on it.
Sure.
But this community, it's going to take an effort, but this community is going to have to come together too when we go to court.
Agreed.
If we don't, then the judge is going to say, well, if it means nothing to you, you know, it's yours, sir. They're going to hand it to him.
Are you gonna post the date of the court?
Oh, yes, yeah, we'll keep everybody informed as to what we're doing.
The more people that show up,
Absolutely.
the more it's gonna look like in our favor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But if one or two people show up and this guy, you know, he's welcome,
sure.
and he could just override everything.
Like Tony
If
just
we
said,
show
the
up in
community
force,
needs to come together.
that makes a
We've
big
got,
difference.
okay, now we've gotten off topic though.
Yeah.
Hold on just a minute. Do we have a motion to accept the financial?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second
Okay. Let her finish writing.
It's okay, I'll catch up later. I always do.
Okay, you had a question.
So it kind of falls in with the improper purchase of that property.
Right.
I believe it was in the January meeting when it came to light really big that he had done this. There are companies or programs that you can do a title lock on your property. I mean, you see it on the commercials all the time about people scamming other people out. They just go in and sign a paper and say, I own it. And-
But
But you can put a title lock on
But
your
with-
property? Can the POA do that?
well, except for the fact that there was never a deed to that piece of property. If you look at the PCAD, it didn't have a property ID. It was 00. And there was no history. There was no history of it.
So if the POA owns other properties here in this neighborhood, do they have a deed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, can we put a title lock on those? So that it doesn't happen again?
We can look into that.
Okay.
It can be done, but we need to look into
If it's been done once, who's to say it's not gonna ever happen again, now that we know there's a risk?
Yes,
I mean, and it has gotten, you know, nationally, people lose their
Yeah,
property
and
all the
there is a-
time.
There's another piece of property that he's also purchased that is over here off of Bobcat Trail. And that piece of property actually takes in the road or part of the road. And if he's able to purchase that one, he could block off the road, which would
No,
not.
legally, he cannot. If it's a public access road, he has to leave public access. Legally, he can't block the road.
But, I mean, you know, if he
What he
purchased,
did at the beach wasn't legal, so what makes you think he's going
I
to?
mean, you can put up a fence all you want, but we can take the fence down too.
Yes, but he doesn't always work legal.
He's going to force our hand, and it's going to cost us.
This attorney needs to get on it, not 6 months from now, like now.
Yeah, that's why we got the attorney. We are working on it. We finally found one that would work with us. Any more questions or comments?
Well, not on that subject, I have lots of stuff to go over though. Just follow up, I have follow-up questions.
Okay,
You want me to start?
go ahead.
Okay.
You want to stand at the podium?
No. How are we doing with the bus stop covers for the kids?
I have not talked with that pastor. Did he ever get any of those bills from you?
I don't know. The last time I talked to him, he was going to bring the kids out to do steps for my building. But I haven't asked him about the benches yet.
Okay.
We'll have to get back with you on that one, I'm afraid.
Whatever, like next month. I'll ask again next month.
His name is Ken Durham, and he's the pastor of Big Sandy Baptist.
Is what, Ken, what?
Ken Durham, Durhan, pastor of Big Sandy Baptist. And I have his number, I can give it to you.
Okay. I'll get it from you. Next question?
My next one. Am I the only one with questions?
What about the bus stops?
That's what she just asked, that's what she just asked me.
I'm over here.
Let me ask the questions.
I got another question. Where the hell is their intercom? What is so hard about getting the intercom system?
An interview
With-
for what?
So we can
With-
hear.
I think he's
Well-
talking about a speaker,
With,
not in.
I've actually had a little PA system, or amplifier that was given to me. Got to get some mics for it. But with the echo in here, it would be so much worse. If you think it's,
Swap these damn windows or something, because you can't hear nothing.
yeah, well, it's going to take something on the walls. It's going to take some insulation or something on the walls to knock this carpet on the floor or carpet on the walls, something, styrofoam, something that will absorb the sound. As it is, it just bounces. And if you put a speaker in here, it's going to amplify it that much worse. I know it's hard to hear. I'm hard of hearing too. Yes, sir.
When one person has the floor, if everybody else will be silent and they don't talk really loud, you can hear every word they say.
Except for people like me that have, there's levels of tones or some tones that I don't pick up.
Well, I have tinnitus, and that's a roaring in your head.
Yeah,
I've had it
I've got
since the 70s from the military, working on jet engines, and I can hear when one person's talking. When 4 or 5 people are talking, it echoes,
Yeah,
and it just drowns out everything, can't hear things.
I ran tractors for years with Harris County without hearing protection, so I've got the tinnitus, but I've also got, there's certain tones that I can't even hear. So it's like, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, I hear the roar of the jet.
so,
I do have one follow-up question. You mentioned the difficulty of knowing the Texas state laws say this, our bylaws say this. We have multiple different years of bylaws. Was there one year that we've just one version of bylaws that we're using?
no, that particular point was carried forward.
Through all of them, so
Yeah.
that's a really good point. And then also, which bylaws are we using for everything?
But the last one that I saw was 2009, something like that.
The one that's linked on the POA website? Is that the correct version?
It is
I don't-
2009.
I don't go to the POA website, so I don't know.
It is 2009, I saw it, yes.
2009, it's on the website,
I think
yes.
I'm gonna copy.
Joe?
Several times in the past few years, there's been lawsuits against HOAs and POAs. And Texas law has gotten involved in that, and they have changed certain aspects of the different POA and HOA requirements and everything, and their laws supersede the POAs and HOAs. It haven't changed everything, but they've changed certain things.
Right.
So whatever is on the books is not totally correct because there's additions to it. When the state takes over, it supersedes your
Right.
bylaw. But until they do, your bylaws are still in effect.
So,
Ms. Diana?
3 more questions. Okay, several months ago, it was a big meeting. We talked about the road maintenance. You know, it's always a thing, every month it comes up. But specifically the roads that the county is supposed to maintain, I had suggested that someone from the board find the agreement between the county and the school that stated they would come and maintain the roads and what they are supposed to be doing as far as maintaining the roads. Has anybody followed up on that?
I have not found anything. I don't
There
know.
has to be something in writing somewhere.
Not necessarily, because of what the way I understood it, the school went to the state, and the state told the county, you're going to do this.
Okay, well, they don't just tell them and not have anything in writing. It has to be in writing that says what they're responsible for. I mean, are they doing what they were instructed to do?
I'll try to look into it, Diane.
Okay.
Since-
I mean, I know it was between the
Yeah.
school district, the school board, or whatever, and the county.
Well,
So I don't know,
I have a few ends with school board, so I'll try to
I
find
mean,
out.
it's gonna go back
Yeah.
many
Yeah,
years.
well, I'll try to find out. Yeah.
Okay, because you know, if they're supposed to be paving these roads out here, or
Yeah.
putting asphalt on the roads, or doing more than what they're been
Oh,
doing,
you're dreaming
we might
big,
need to
though.
find that
I don't think there's going to be any asphalt
out. No, I'm just saying,
grading for.
if they're supposed to be doing more than what they're
Right.
doing, they need to be held accountable. If they're already doing more than what they were asked, then, you know, we can shut up and be thankful for what we get. But,
I
I mean,
will try to
it
look
wouldn't
into
hurt.
it.
It's been 40 years probably since that agreement was made.
Okay, Joe?
In the recent past, I had spoken with our commissioner, and he said they will not grade the roads that they're supposed to grade unless there's 2 days with no rain. Well, we've had quite a few of those, and I don't see the grade. I started to go by my house 2 or 3 days ago, but I didn't see it grade anything. So I don't know where they
Well,
went, what they did.
I know that they started grading Wednesday, and I thought, well, you know, maybe they'll get them all graded.
They came
it
in here
looked-
Tuesday, because I was up here.
Well, it was Tuesday or Wednesday anyway. I saw where they,
Oh, Don is horrible.
yes.
Oh, one is too.
It's awful.
But I saw where they went down Lincoln Wiggins, and
Yeah, they came down Lincoln Wiggins, that's where I live.
and a few others that I saw that they'd been on, but
They didn't grade Old Don.
no.
It's pretty bad. He's got a lot of chuck holes and ripples and everything,
Yep.
potholes. And everybody's bouncing all over the road. People are going on this side of the road, that side of the road to keep from going through a big hole.
Oh,
So a typical day in Indian
And
Springs.
they have lakes on both sides of the road when it rains.
right.
I mean, ponds.
And while we are talking about the roads, on a positive note, whenever we met with Mr. Puckett, he asked if there was anything else that he could help us with. And I said, well, after we get this paid off, we're going to be looking for a maintainer,
Yeah.
not a Tonka toy. And he said, we'll get with him. And he said he would work with us to get one that we could afford and would do the job.
A couple of years back, there was a guy that came up and he was interested in buying that one.
Were you there at the end of that conversation with him? Turns out he had a dirt yard and he didn't want to buy the unit. He wanted to trade us X amount of dirt to repair our roads.
Oh, that's not what he
And
told me.
yeah, I know, that's what he told me. And I told him, I said, there's nothing we can do. Now, if you want to talk rock, you know, some gravel that we can use to repair the roads, maybe. But we're not trading you that machine for a bunch of dirt that's just going to wash into the ditches anyway.
That's not what he told me. He told me he was
That's what it
interested-
came down to.
He was interested in buying it, but I never heard anything about it.
He didn't want to spend a dime. He wanted to trade X amount of, so many dump truck loads of dirt from his dirt yard. I said, no, we've got plenty of dirt, thank you.
I don't think he has that much dirt.
No. Miss Diana?
I just have this one last question. Again, several months ago, I asked, since Dollar General came in and built in the front of the neighborhood, the front of our neighborhood looks like a trash dump because it's so overgrown, and somebody was gonna find out if it's the tech stop that's supposed to maintain that, or...
Okay, you're talking about right there at the highway?
Yeah, where all the grass is 7 feet tall and you can't see, and it looks like a trash dump. Because when you drive by it, you can't even tell it's a neighborhood, it just looks horrible. I asked who was responsible, is it Dollar General, is it TxDOT, is it the neighborhood?
Well, it's either going to be Tex Dot or Dollar General. It depends on where the property line is. State's up to the property line.
Okay, well, if it's TxDOT, they're obviously not maintaining it, so,
They mow twice a year.
well, they haven't mowed since Dollar General was built. I mean, Dollar General mows their little bitty strip, but the rest has not been mowed.
Both sides of the highway for a certain amount of area belongs to the county commissioner, and they have tractors with large brush hogs and everything, and they are the ones responsible for cleaning.
Well, they have forgotten about us.
Well, he's forgotten a lot more than that.
I mean, literally, it's mowed up until you get to the neighborhood and then after it. But they have conveniently not mowed in front of our neighborhood.
190 falls under state, not under county.
Dollar General is responsible for about 10 feet on each side of their driveway, or at least on the outbound side. And they could mow a little more if they wanted, but they're not going to.
You know they're not going to.
Yeah. We had an agreement with them to keep our sign out there, and at the last minute, they changed their mind on that too. So,
Each county commissioner is assessed a certain amount of area that they maintain on the sides of the highways.
Not state highways. I retired from Harris County.
Okay.
And anything that is designated state highway, state is responsible for it. They have to have the contractors come in and do it.
we had volunteers that would mow it for us before.
Yeah, it used to be
And it's probably
really
what it's
pretty
gonna come
right there
down
in
to.
front. I mean, that was mowed and they had little flowers at the big rock sign.
Yeah.
Of course, the rock sign's gone, but, I mean, since Dollar General came, that spot has not been maintained. The whole front of the neighborhood.
I will. I'll look at it myself if I can get my little tractor in there with, not tear up the.
Would PCAD show who owns that property or if
It
it's
might.
part of the easement, the highway easement?
It might, if it's state easement, then the state is responsible.
And you know what? We probably wouldn't have much trouble getting volunteers to help maintain that little area, but we haven't bothered with it because we were told the community wanted to know where all that rent money was going that Dollar General was giving to the board. And that caught me way off guard. It's like, what rent money are you talking about? And I heard the rumors about how they were renting that property from us and we were pocketing that money. That's what upsets me so much about sitting on this board. These people that sit here give everything they have to this community. But people come up here that give nothing and beat us up. And then we have to put up with stuff like that on Facebook. And the sad part is there's folks out there that believe it. Oh my God, the board's been getting all that money. Where's it going? Not into the roads. I give up. Anyway, we can probably get it mowed. If folks want it done, we can make it happen. I've got the mower on the back of the tractor right now, and I can take care of that.
I don't think it's ever been leveled out since they came in and with the machinery and they cut trees down. I think there were 2 trees there, really nice trees. I miss those trees. But that's why I'm not saying I'll take our mower up there because I don't know what's in it.
What I would suggest somebody. I don't go into Dollar General. They came by. The gentleman that built all that caught me one day and said, could they fill up a container of water because they were doing tile work. Well, I let him come to the house and fill up one of those food grade containers of water, 350 gallons of water. And twice I came back to the house and they were there filling it up again. And I called him and I said, brother, are you going to pay for that water? Oh yeah, we'll pay for the water. They never did. So I paid for the water to do the tile work in there. But I would ask somebody to go by and ask for a manager, find out who's responsible for doing their upkeep. And if they say, go away, we'll mow it. But I just want people to understand we've tried to work with them and it cost me over $180 for water just so they could build that building. So I'm a little ticked off.
Well, I know, I don't I mean, the property itself that Dollar General is sitting on was never part of Indian Springs. It's outside of our grid.
Right.
But, I mean, somebody is responsible for mowing it.
It will be Dollar General because it's
And light a fire.
about 10 or 15 feet out from their driveway is their responsibility. The rest of it is the state.
Okay, so.
But we can ask them to maintain it, but for what it's worth, I doubt they will.
Well, they maintain the rest of Highway 190. There's no reason why they can't run their mower through right there in that ditch line. Maybe they don't think they own it. Sure. I mean, are responsible for it, but somebody is.
I'd get with their manager, you know, as a community, reaching out and asking them to maintain it. If they say no, we can try to maintain it. They can't keep us from it, I don't think.
Why would they keep you from it?
Well, just to be petty, but if they say get off our property, don't mow it, it's gonna take a community coming together not to even shop there and tell them, you know, you already tore our sign down. You want our business? Mow your stupid grass.
It's very unsightly is all.
It is. I agree.
That small strip of land right there beside the fire department, until it hits the other part of the property there that Dollar General owns, that's owned by two different women. They're in the same family. They own that little piece of property.
Right.
And they used to complain all the time about people parking over there and doing all that. But it's privately owned, that one little strip of land. There used to be a house on there years and years ago, and the man died, and he gave that property to his daughter and I think her niece or something. There's two of them in the family that owns it, and they're going back and forth trying to figure out, you know, who really owns it. Both of them do.
We've talked to them, and neither one of them has anything good to say about the other. They won't talk to us about letting us buy it. We've tried to put up a new sign there. They won't agree on that. They're just at odds.
It says private property, but all of these different agencies and people come park into the highway department and the
Electric company,
the
water company.
water company, they all park all their heavy equipment right there on that property. And
The cable company.
They used to call and raise sand with the POA about people parking over there. That has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, Bear, now speak slowly because it's hard for me to understand you. You know that.
What about the game night or
Game night. I'm not sure we discussed that any further. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, we haven't. We've had a lot of stuff on our plate to do,
Well-
and we're trying to tackle the most important things first. The legal issues and all
Why
that
don't you
stuff.
give Laura a list of games you think might go over in the neighborhood, and we'll ask the community if they are interested. I don't have a problem. I think it's a good idea. They used to do all kinds of things in the old building. There was always something going on for the community. But as the community changed, so did the attitude, and now hardly anything gets done.
And we try to do things for the community, and the same people show up for the things.
And the
I
same
want
people
more people.
complain.
Yeah, and I want more people to come because you have to get to know each other, because nobody knows each other. And we can't build a community if we don't know each other. And we can pass judgment on so-and-so because their house looks like this, or their clothes look like that, and that doesn't help the community.
No.
We've been out here 42 years and you're barking up the wrong tree if you think you're gonna get people out here to come to you.
I know, but we gotta keep trying, Elmer.
We have to try.
We can't give up.
Because if we give up, it's gonna be
We keep
crazy.
trying. Everybody on the board, previous and everything else has tried and tried.
Well, there for a while, God bless her soul, Frances Pollard, when she was alive, we did Books and Beans, and there was a lot of people that came to that every month. I mean, it was once a month. The community came together. That was her baby, and I miss that woman so much because she was the light of Indian Springs. She really was. If we could get something like that going again and get people back interested in the community, it would be a blessing. But I'm like you, Mr. Elmer, it's gonna take some work.
What did you say it was? She did?
It was called Books and Beans.
Books and beans.
Books and beans?
Yes, sir. We had it once a month. We had bookshelves. We had kids' books. We had adult, we had adult reader, everything. And the ladies at ISPO come in and we made beans and rice one day, cornbread. We made chicken and dumplings. We made whatever. And we sold, whatever, made money for the community, for POA to put back into the community.
That'd be nice.
And we also had the community together. They could come in, play games and whatever, read books. We had a barter system where you could bring a book and take a book,
There was an area for kids' books, so they could come and kids would be in one area, adults would be in another. But that was a lot of the old school originals that were out here.
Yes.
They remember when they used to have bands at the fire department.
Yes.
They would have dances out here. We up until recently, we had a lot of musicians in the neighborhood, and they'd get together and just jam. It was a peaceful time.
Let's get that going again.
Well, we've got, unfortunately, a lot of the elders have passed on. Several of the musicians have gone away. There's still a couple, but there's a lot of younger adults out here that have no respect for anything.
Right.
And they will come and destroy everything you try to build.
But we also got in touch. We had Brian Black one time, Clint Black's brother. He did a benefit for us. That was at the fire department. And we raised a boatload of cash for the fire department and ISPO that night. Because he come sold his shirts, sold his CDs and autographed everything, and he played all night long. And after the night was, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, he was still signing autographs. He just sat there, he had a good time with everybody. But, if we could get something like that going again, it would be great.
And I could be here whenever because I have no place to go. So I could run any week except when I be. But I'm there anytime.
There's a lot we could do here, but the board can't do it all. If you've been to any of these meetings, we say the same thing over and over again. We give our time to do what you want us to do, and we're limited. We can only do what you allow us to do. If people don't pay their dues, they come up with a handful of excuses. I'm not paying my dues, but you better come fix my road. We beat this horse every meeting. We can only do what the community lets us do. And then we end up taking insults and about what we didn't do because the community doesn't let us. I don't know how more clear that we can be. We're willing to give our time. And when I bought that tractor for the community, I told the board at the time, what'd I say? Don't tell anybody I did it.
Oh, yeah,
Because of the damn rumors.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You can't do anything good for this community because there's folks out there that continually want to tear you down. And it's the same group of people that run around here and do nothing for the community but cause grief and heartache. And I don't get it. This is a really good community.
I was real skeptical about taking the secretary position because I've been financial chairman, financial and secretary and bingo chairman over there in fire department for years. And I took so much bull that it was I was accused of stealing and accused of, everything else, But I said, well, let it go and do it again. So I'm here. I'm here to help, so I'm gonna do the best I can.
I got a pastor, and I gave Tony the card. Tony said I gave him the card. I gotta do the column. Keep conquering, real busy. When you call him, he'll come down there with a whole group of people from Tyler, set up, cook, do games, drawing, food, clothes, and everything. All he needs is dog, cane.
We talked about that, but we're kind of getting the impression, and I'm not sure who, somebody may have even called him, but he's wanting to come do a revival, and I'm just not sure that the community's ready for that.
Well, I'll put it like this, Tony, he's gonna be down there, you wanna see how he does come April 5th.
Right.
Down there where I used to live at in the bottoms. He goes down there and he has a big turnout, and I mean, there's more meth heads and drug heads down there, and they still go to it.
Right.
Because he does the food, he does clothes, he does everything. Don't come out of nobody's pocket. He brings truckloads of stuff down and just donates it.
Yeah.
So, you want to see how he does? Come down there April 5th and you can see how he does, Tony.
Well, we do have a gentleman here in the neighborhood, Frank Smith. He's a musician, and he goes to Cleveland once a month, and he does a free deal there. A bunch of his musician buddies get together, and they put on a big to-do, and they did real good last time.
Yeah.
I could probably talk to him to get him maybe to reach out to his friends and see if they would come up and do a free concert for us, maybe to raise a little money. But we do need more involvement from the community, positive involvement, not all of this backstabbing and talking and crap.
This might help bring the community together if he comes down and they see all this stuff. Because like I said, he puts out tables as long as that with food on it. He brings water, clothes, whatever.
I've still got his number. I'll reach out to him and see if he'll come and visit with us.
Yeah.
And give us the particulars. I mean, at least we're making an effort.
Yeah, because I think if he comes down, he even does, like, if people need, like kids need a place to go to get out of their home, like if they got trouble in the home, he got places up there that he can put them to help them get schooling, help them get a job, and all that. He had took people out of the bottom even and helped them get jobs, and they were up there living, doing better, off of drugs and everything.
Okay. Well, I give you my word. I'll reach out to him.
Tony got his card and deal.
See what we can do.
Diana?
As far as revenue generating, for the neighborhood, the POA, sometimes I see on Facebook, people will add, like, on Polk County Talk, the Facebook group, they'll ask, like, I'm looking for a place to have a baby shower. Does anybody know of a place? Can we recommend the POA?
We, not this next weekend, but the weekend after the 22nd, Shannon Schlager is having her baby shower here.
Right, but like, these are not residents.
Yeah.
They're
It's
just,
just, yeah,
we
The
can,
building is open to rent to anybody for a function.
right, yeah.
I never have responded to those
It's
because
just-
I didn't know if
It's just
we
cheaper
rented
for
outside the
residents.
neighborhood.
It's just cheaper for residents, that's all.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the local radio station?
Yeah,
Well, the gentleman that runs Metro Fair, Elmer, they're a friend of mine, and I've talked to him before about advertising this building on Metro Fair. But it's a business, and it costs money, and it's just not money that we've been willing to spend up until now. But he may be able to give us a better deal if we advertise with Metro Fair. He'll recommend the building.
like if I just responded to somebody's question, I can suggest it.
Sure.
Right.
But I didn't know if I was allowed to do that, so I have.
Sure.
Yeah.
If I can do that, everybody else can do that too.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Somebody was wanting to know a good place to have a birthday party just for the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's one thing on the financials that
Yeah.
we've
rental.
been working on, is showing, not just the income, showing it just income, but breaking it down by donations, who's made a donation, the rentals that have come in, each month, so that it's itemized more.
Okay.
And makes it easier to understand too, instead of having everything deposits, this amount, okay, where did it all come from? Let's break it down.
Like I said, once I learn Kelley's system in there a little bit better, that computer, I'll be better to put it on paper.
Thank you.
I'm working on it.
Glad you stepped in and said, oh, I'll do it.
I just got one. You can teach old dogs new tricks.
It just takes long.
It just takes longer, that's right.
That's true.
We learned, one of my
I'm
old
trying
supervisors
anyway.
always said, there's more than one way to get to Houston, and you just gotta figure out the best way.
You gotta give me kudos for trying.
By
I'm
car
working.
usually. I mean, you could go by pat and bend or
Kudos.
bicycle or horse or, you know.
Bicycle would be really bad. Tony.
Horse.
Or horse and wagon.
Well, I said horse.
Horse and buggy would be better than bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else? Anybody?
Elmer? No? Oh. No other questions?
Make a motion
My
to
list is all changed, so.
Well, we've lost a few people. I guess they got bored with us. I don't know. But, you know, you guys got to know that everybody that sits on this board, they're all volunteers. They don't get paid to do anything. Our bylaws do allow us to pay a secretary, but the secretary won't even take the money. We do what we can do. We're limited. Oftentimes I tell people being on this board is like being a baby and my father tying my hands and throwing me in the lake and said swim. And then when you drown, somebody wants to say, oh, well, if you had been a better swimmer, you know, we do the best we can. And we can only do what you allow us to do, you know, I'm not sure what more people want.
Why would I take money for the place I grew up with, my home?
Bear?
I can be up here for any event
Okay.
that you want.
Well, we're going to reach out to this pastor he spoke with. I think if we could get something like that in the neighborhood and maybe get Frank to put together some music, it would be a good time. But everybody, if you attend, you just need to know there's going to be troublemakers here.
Yep.
We have them at every single event. And I don't care what we do to stop it, they're here. And the minute you have them arrested for committing their crimes, their family wants to get even with you because you had their kid arrested. What do you want?
Just like that day out there filling the boot when that guy tried to run over us.
Yeah.
You know, that day. Remember that, Tony?
Yeah?
You know, we weren't doing nothing but filling the boot and so many came barreling through and told us to get out of the road.
Yeah.
And we didn't have no right being in the road.
Some people you just can't make happy.
No.
You know?
No,
They know what you do.
they're miserable and they want to make anybody else miserable.
Absolutely. That's what it comes down to. They have a miserable life and they want to make life hard on you too. Anyway.
If there's nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second it.
Second.
What is your name?
Robert.
Robert?
Irwin.
Irvin? She was asking
I
earlier.
asked Neal.
He's clearing all that property over across from Kelley's place, right up the road.